Ever get to the end of the month and wonder where all your money went? You started with good intentions, maybe even a budget, but somehow your bank account is singing the blues. We've all been there, feeling like we're constantly losing the battle against our finances. But what if I told you there's a way to not only stop the leaks, but also watch your savings grow? In this video, I'm going to reveal the hidden money drains that are sabotaging your financial goals. And more importantly, I'll show you exactly how to take back control. By the end, you'll have the tools and strategies to stop losing money and start building the financial future you deserve. And guess what? I'm even going to share a secret tip that a lot of financial advisors don't want you to know about. A strategy that could save you a significant chunk of money on your biggest expense. Chapter 1. The money drains. Number 1. Lack of planning. Let's face it, winging it when it comes to your finances is a recipe for disaster. Without a plan, those morning lattes and weekend impulse buys can quickly add up, leaving you wondering where your paycheck went. A budget is essentially a roadmap for your money. It tells your income exactly where you want it to go, ensuring you cover your essential needs while leaving room for some fun. Studies have shown that people who track their spending and follow a budget ended up saving on average 65% more each year. That's a pretty significant difference, wouldn't you say? Comment below if you've ever started the month with good intentions, but ended up confused about where your money went. We've all been there, but the good news is, it doesn't have to be this way. By taking control of your finances with a budget, you can finally stop feeling lost and frustrated. Number 2. Hidden expenses. We all know about the big expenses: rent, groceries, utilities. But what about those sneaky little charges that seem harmless on their own, but can add up to a significant amount over time? I'm talking about hidden expenses, those forgotten subscriptions and recurring fees that drain your wallet without you even realizing it. Think about it. Streaming services you rarely use, gym memberships gathering dust, that magazine subscription you signed up for years ago. These seemingly small charges can easily eat away at your budget. Take a moment right now and think about your own spending habits. How many subscriptions do you have that you rarely use? We'll talk about some strategies for tackling these hidden expenses later in the video, so don't worry. Number 3. Unrealistic standards. Social media can be a major culprit when it comes to unrealistic financial expectations. We're constantly bombarded with images of luxurious vacations, designer clothes, and fancy brunches. It's easy to fall into the comparison trap, feeling pressured to keep up with the seemingly perfect lives we see online. But here's the thing. Most of what you see on social media is a curated highlight reel, not a reflection of reality. Studies have shown that spending a lot of time on social media can negatively impact your financial goals. The constant exposure to wealth can make you feel like you're not keeping up and lead to impulsive spending just to maintain a certain image online. Here's what I read in a study. Individuals who frequently compare themselves to others on social media are more likely to experience feelings of inadequacy and dissatisfaction, leading to increased spending in an attempt to achieve a desired social status. It's important to remember that true happiness and financial security don't come from keeping up with the Joneses or the Kardashians. What matters most is creating a financial plan that works for you and your goals. Number 4. Debt trap. Alright, let's talk about the elephant in the room: debt. Now, debt isn't inherently bad. Used responsibly, it can be a tool to achieve financial goals, like buying a house or a car. However, high-interest credit cards can quickly turn into a financial nightmare. Those minimum payments you make might seem manageable at first, but here's the catch. A significant portion of that payment goes towards interest, not actually reducing the principal amount you owe. This can trap you in a cycle of debt, making it nearly impossible to get ahead. In fact, the average household in the United States now owes almost $8,000, $7,951 to be exact, in credit card debt. That's a huge number, and it highlights the importance of managing your credit card use wisely. The danger doesn't stop there. Minimum payments are designed to keep you in debt as long as possible. They barely cover the interest, leaving the principal amount untouched. This means it can take years, even decades, to pay off the debt at that rate. Chapter 2. Taking back control. Number 1. Budgeting basics. We've talked about the money drains, but don't worry. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. The good news is, by taking control of your finances with a budget, you can stop the leaks and start building wealth. Think of a budget as a roadmap for your money. It tells your income exactly where you want it to go, ensuring you cover your essential needs without feeling deprived. It also helps you allocate funds for savings and even some fun spending. There are many different budgeting methods out there, but a popular and effective one is the 50-30-20 rule. Here's how it works. 50% goes towards your needs. This includes essential expenses like rent, groceries, utilities, transportation, and minimum debt payments. 30% goes towards your wants. This is your fun money for things like entertainment, dining out, hobbies, or subscriptions you actually use. 20% goes towards your savings and debt repayment. This is crucial for building your emergency fund and paying off high-interest debt. The key is to find a budgeting method that works for you and stick to it. It may sound restrictive at first, but trust me, a solid budget is actually a powerful tool for achieving financial freedom. Number 2. Track your spending. So you've got your budget in place, but here's the secret sauce. Tracking your spending. Knowing exactly where your money goes down to the last latte is crucial to sticking to your budget and identifying areas where you can cut back. Think about it. If you don't track your spending, how do you know if you're staying on track with your budget? It's like driving with your eyes closed. You're bound to crash and burn, financially speaking. There are 2 main ways to track your spending. Budgeting apps. There are tons of user-friendly budgeting apps available, many of which are free. These apps allow you to categorize your spending, set goals, and even receive alerts when you're nearing a spending limit. Simple spreadsheet. For a more hands-on approach, you can create a simple spreadsheet to track your income and expenses. This can be a great way to gain a detailed understanding for your spending habits. No matter which method you choose, the key is to be consistent with your tracking. The more data you have, the better you can understand where your money goes and adjust your budget accordingly. Number 3. Handling debt. Now, let's talk about tackling that debt monster. We'll explore 2 popular debt repayment methods. The snowball method. This strategy focuses on paying off the smallest debts first, regardless of interest rate. Completing these small goals can provide a sense of accomplishment and boost your motivation to keep you going. The avalanche method. This method prioritizes paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first. While it might take longer to see those smaller debts disappear, you'll ultimately save more money on interest in the long run. Chapter 3. The bonus method. At the beginning of the video, I mentioned a secret tip financial advisors might not want you to know. Well, it ties back to the powerful concept of saving first, championed by Robert Kiyosaki. Here's the magic. By prioritizing savings and setting up an automatic transfer as soon as you get paid, you automatically put an end to overspending. Think about it. This method forces you to budget and plan with the remaining amount. You become self-sufficient, in control of your finances, and guess what? You won't need a financial advisor telling you where to put your money. Many advisors essentially create a plan for your savings and spending. But by taking charge and prioritizing your savings first, you'll be well on your way to financial freedom, all without the extra fees. There you have it. You're now equipped with the knowledge and tools to take control of your finances and stop losing money. Remember, the key is to take action. The sooner, the better. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more financial advice and tips.